kind of unification, which again, the question mark is knowing who is who. Like I asked you yesterday, how do you identify the most? If we had a team, there will be some people that will be goalkeepers. There will be some that will be the defenders. There will be some that will be the midfielders. And there will be some that will be strikers. So collectively, we're working towards the end goal. Now, when everybody's doing their own research, it's like that whole team now. Defenders have their own mission. Strikers have their own different mission. We will not be efficient together towards that goal. That is what I'm trying to say. That is exactly what I see where you're coming from 100%, but we're not going to be efficient that way. If everybody's doing their own research, we're not going to be efficient. That's the only caveat that I have to that. But I see where you're coming from, though. My own thing is, and I like the fact that you give credit to both sides. And I would say there's more than Yomi and Under G. I think there's maybe 3 or 4 Under G teams, from what I understand.
Advantages on both.
Is it?
I said there are advantages and disadvantages on your point and my point.
Yes, I understand. But let me finish real quick.
Yeah.
My point was like, if your mid team Under G, how many Under G team they come together, they will then understand the scope of what they're looking for. This is the end goal. Okay, is this the end goal? This team, your job is to be defender. This other team, your job is to be midfielder. You other team, your job is to be striker. And you is goalkeeper. Because we have this end goal, let us understand the scope of work and then division of responsibility. One of those teams will be responsible to come out to advise the public or keep the public, like a PR team. Public, this is the team, this is all of us collectively working together on a weekly basis, monthly basis, whatever. That is, that point that you made of coming out and advising the public, but drawing a line with what the public should know versus things they should not know that would jeopardize the investigation. That is my vision of what I'm hoping all of these things can come together. Come together with one mission. We want to get justice. We want to find who by Mohbad. We want to arrest and put these people. That is the goalpost. That is the end goal. How do we get to that goal? We need ABC XYZ team to be able to assign different roles and responsibility and checkpoints. Checkpoints to hold each other accountable. That is the way forward on how we can accomplish this. But to your point, everybody have different ideas, different goals. Not everybody has the same goals. That's number one problem. With that scope of work, we don't have the same goal. Number 2, the moles within, which is the hardest thing in this justice from bias, to identify the moles. Because we've been here for over 2 years. Some of us know the true justice seekers, but some of us don't know who are the moles within. And that is the biggest question mark.
Every 12, there must be a Judah.
Yes. So unless you have wisdom and that third eye, that spiritual eye to be able to see. I'll tell you something. Me, I have a gift by the grace of God. I know when I joined some group in the past, first meeting, I will sit down. I can identify the people just by asking questions and hearing people's response. I can quickly identify that, these people, no, their motive is not pure.
Identify any mole in J form since you started? Have you ever identified any mole in J form since you started?
Yes. Now I was the first that said Muyiwan. I was the first that said Gurexi was a mole, number one. Me before. I was the first person that called out Gurexi and Muyiwa. That time that Andy and York Daddy, they were still close, all of them, they came after me. I was the first to identify. I was the first that said Baba is not really looking for the justice that public is looking for. I was the first.
Wow.
Yes. And it took some people a year and a half to come to that conclusion.
Is Bossman a mole?
Bossman is not a mole. No, he's not. 100% he's not a mole.
Is Moses a mole?
Moses is not a mole. But Moses is not a mole. You know how you said something about Aaron Boy? And I have tremendous respect for Moses. Okay? And some people carry that Aaron Boy title with pride. Some people look at it as a demeaning way. I have so much respect for him. For people that are doing the legwork, because most of us are in diaspora. Again, it goes back to the scope of work. When people are in diaspora, we need boots on the ground to do that research, that walk around. You understand? Just like a few names, I'll just throw out a couple of names. Like Arifa used to do boots on the ground. Given the condition in Nigeria, and the level of poverty, it is easy for some of these legwork, people that do the legwork, to be, how do I put it, easily swayed if you dangle, money for their faces. You understand? So Bossman is not a mole. Bossman has gone above and beyond to do amazing. Me and him will fight though. You see us on platform, we'll fight. But I have tremendous respect for him because he goes above and beyond. Sometimes too passionate, sometimes too trusting. Mose, absolutely not. He's not a mole. But we also have to be mindful with some of the people that we have boots on the ground doing the work. We have to be mindful how we pick and choose them and how we have mechanisms in place to make sure there are checks and balances. So that way they will not trust enemy can't come now with big money now. Come dangle for your face. Now you're compromised. You understand? So yes, he's not a mole. He's not a mole. Now let me turn around and ask you a question.
Sorry, Blackvevet, can I ask you a question?
Yes, Kunle, welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Good morning, afternoon, or whatever. So, I listened to you yesterday, and I felt probably, sometimes you just have to speak your mind to get some things off it, so that you can be free. If I may ask, what exactly do you think is off about the under G? Because for you to come out yesterday means you really want to just give it the truth and the honest opinion.
What is off about the under G? I said it now. I said it yesterday, and I said it again today. The fact that, so first of all, let me just preface by saying this: there reason like there was a misunderstanding. I was not very active in the group. What I mean by that is, even Bossman said it. Me, I'm very transparent. I'm very open. Because of time difference where I am in the world. Sometimes when they are meeting, I am either sleeping, I'm either at work, but I would tune in, but I'll be on mute. Most of the time it's because I'm working. I'm listening half of the time. So sometimes they will ask me a question I will not be able to answer. And I can see in hindsight why some people will feel like, oh, why is he not talking? Is he recording? I don't have time for recording. So that's probably, I was not very super active. So by me not being super active, yesterday I went on a platform and I heard that Comrade Mosi was going to come out. I did not know why he was going to come out. So I reached out to Bossman to find out what is Comrade Mosi coming to say. And he said he does not want Comrade Mosi to come out. Now I started asking him questions. And Bossman is someone that, as much as I love him, sometimes he does not like to be pinned down a little bit, or he does not like to be asked a lot of questions. You understand? And me, people know me, I like to ask plenty of questions. So hold that thought. Second thought, they did fantastic job. Again, they did not come out to raise for money. They raised their own money. They did a fantastic job. It was because of that disagreement with Bossman yesterday when he said he did not want Mosi to come out. And Paparana was playing this earlier on when Mommy Lighton, I think, one we got, came up and said, Mosi, don't come. They did not want him to come out. Me, I did not know why. So I told Boss, I'll be on the platform now. I'm already here. I'll wait. So he came out and he was angry and started angry. And he removed me from the group. So you're always asking questions, He removed me immediately from the group. And then he came out, and that was why. So when I came out yesterday, I was the one hole that I would say, and I've said it before here, is the fact that for good reason, they don't want to work with other people. And by other people, I mean me and other team, which is what I've been talking about, unification. In that group, I remember the first day I went there, the first question that I asked is, you guys are doing this now, me is doing this now. Why can't we come together? And they made me understand why they don't want to work with me. So if you ask me categorically, what is the one red flag or whatever, it's not even a red flag, it's a concern where they don't want to work with other people collectively to achieve the goal. And I see why they don't want to do that. And me, I will still preach like I've been preaching. I know nobody wants to hear unification. I believe strongly in my heart, for us to be efficient and go faster and go further, we need each other. Because it's not efficient for Yomi to be doing petition and doing this, and these other people are doing the same thing. and the police go come look at sit down like this. 5 different people is coming to me. Why don't you come together? You know what I mean? And most people that go, our system is very corrupt. If you go to police station to have them investigate case, you go sort them out first. You go bribe them. No, most countries you can't do that. So imagine police sitting down there and doing highest bidder too. 5 different groups are coming to have you investigate a case. Everybody go to sort them out. So if you give me 100K, the other one give me 300K, the other one give me 500K, which one I go prioritize first? So it's a long-winded answer to your question, okay? It's a long-winded answer to your question, but the only thing that I saw there, which is what I raised before, was how can we come together? Why can't we come together and work together? That was the only thing. But as far as their efforts, 100%, 100%. And let's be frank, let's be very frank. It's not everything that needs to come out publicly, which is why I asked Paparano, where do you draw that line? You want to carry the public along, you want to inform them, but it's not everything that needs to come out to the public. Why? Because just like we have 300 people listening to, we don't know who's who. Agents are here, screen recording. Peradventure, you drop key sensitive information. They will take that information, go back and sabotage and sunch it. You understand? So we also, as much as we want to say carry public along, let's also be mindful that there are some sensitive things that should not be brought out publicly as well. So we have to understand to draw that line. I hope I answer your question, Kunle.
All right, thank you very much. The next question is from the look of things, from your own honest review, just like you have been, how can you rate the performance or the achievements of the under G so far towards the main mission of this whole movement? How can you rate their performance so far?
On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest, right now, without mincing word, I would say they are at a 6.5. And they have not concluded their work. Now, I'm no longer part of the group, and that's okay with me. Okay, that's totally okay with me. But from what I noticed that I was seeing there, they are 6.5, close to 10. I cannot say about other groups, but that particular one, they are about 6.5 out of 10 right now because there's so much things that is still going on.
All right, thank you very much. My final question before I hand over to Kekram, because I know he has a load of questions for you. Can you confirm, based on your position and your former position and your former
Kule, I think I lost you. I did not hear what you said.
Are you using MTN or Airtel, Kunle?
Are you there, Mr. Kunle?
I'm on Starlink now. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
All right. What I asked was that based on your former position or office concerning the group and stuff, what can you say about Wumi's involvement in Abuja?
I cannot say anything about Wumi's involvement in Abuja.
Okay, does that mean you are not privy to any information concerning that, or you just chose to be mute?
Again, I just talked about drawing the line on certain things to say and certain not to say, right? And I will practice what I preach. I cannot say anything about Wumi's involvement in Abuja. In due time, those things will come out and you will see, because I can come here and tell you the sky is blue, but the sky is gray or white. Yeah. You will see eventually, because there's been so many different narratives about that. So I will leave it at that for now.
All right, thank you. I respect that. Fine, thank you. Kekra, over to you.
Okay.
Blackvevet, good afternoon. Thank you, Mr. Kunle, for that. I have series of questions to ask, and I know you have a man of integrity. But my first question I want to ask you is that: are you a kind of a passive um, user, like when you're in a group? Are you a passive person or an active person? Can you just confirm if
Define
you're an active
define
or a
passive
passive
and
person?
active.
Yeah, passive, people that are not they are just silent people on, there are some groups that you be, it's just that people don't even talk. Those kind of people, they know what is going on, but they don't talk. But the active ones are the ones that are always still engage, still talk, still comment, and make contributions to what is going on.
I am in between. I'm in between. I would say I'm maybe 65% passive, 35% active.
Okay. So now, can you now tell us, why? Because I heard Bossman yesterday saying that you are the one that was pitching to him that you want to be a part of the group. I don't know how true that is, but I think what you were trying to let him know is that you were actually, against what he said. You were dismissing it that that was not so. But however, when you are a 65% passive person, why do you decide to be in a group that they are going to be very active?
Good question, K Crown. Again, there's people all over the world in that group, not just Nigeria, not just UK, Australia, or America. And there's obviously time differences as well. You understand? And there's also most people on the boots on the ground too as well. I was part of the structure group back then, and we all left the structure group. And ever since then, Bossman was talking about potentially having me join his group. And I was like, okay, bring me, at some point. And then nothing came about for almost a year until later on. And there was a reason why. Because there were people that he brought in the group before that ended up falling his hand. So he's members of the group were like, every time you bring person come, the person go fall out, this, that. So they had to do their due diligence on me before they finally say come in. Okay. And by the time I ended up being part of the group, it's just that, and you notice I haven't been on TikTok for a long time. My life got very busy with work and other things that I have going on. So, yes, I was part of the group, but I had a more, again, 65% passive role. There's a reason why they wanted me in that group, and I will not sit here and toot my own horn, And there's a bunch of people that come, they will invite me to groups. I say no, especially given my experience and structure. I'm very selective with what group I join. And that's why I would not even mind yesterday when he said, take me out. I don't mind because my life is busy. So your question is, why did you want to be part of the group and play? We all had different roles in that group. Different roles beginning because of time difference. Not everybody was as active. There were some people that were very active. There were some people that were very passive as well, and in between as well.
Okay. Now, would you agree with me that Bossman's, reservations, or let me just say, his disappointment on the fact that you were not so active on the group, would you agree with me that it is valid?
So I would agree with you that it's valid if that concern was raised when I was part of the group and they removed me from the group. That would have been valid. Not yesterday when I was asking question and then he got upset. Okay. In hindsight, I can see why my silence, and there were times I told them, I cannot join. And he always wanted me to join, just join and listen in because he hates the fact that if I'm not, when they're doing the meeting and I'm not there, and I will later on when I have time, I will contact him to give me a recap. It's like, just join so you can hear. I don't want to have to repeat myself. So in hindsight, if they were concerned about my silent participation, which I told them I'm busy at work, about our listening, they were fine. Nobody expressed any concern or reservation or any kind of suspicion when I was part of that group. So if he had raised that and they removed me from the group before yesterday, then that would have been valid. Again, me and him, we've sorted things out. It was a misunderstanding. The only thing was because he thought me I was coming up to say something, which is not what I was trying to do. I was just trying to have Comrade Mose come up and understand what Comrade had to say. So it was a small misunderstanding that got blown out of proportion. And then he went and said all he had to say about
my silence. And he's right. I was very silent in the group. And again, nobody raised that concern when I was part of the group. They did not take me out until yesterday when we had that misunderstanding. So is his concern valid? Yes, but I don't agree completely that that was the case, if that makes sense.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Blackvevet. But would you also agree with me that when you know that you were kind of silent, in the group, if you had any reason to ask questions, you should not have been publicly, maybe private.
No, I do not agree with you on that. No.
Oh, yeah, can you tell me why you disagree with me?
When you say ask question publicly or private, what do you mean?
Like coming on platform to make sure that Mr. Moses comes up to hear what he has to say.
I did that. Uh, I did that privately. I did that initially. I did not know what he was coming to say. And Comrade Mose was not part of that group from my understanding. Okay? So let me repeat myself. He was not part of that group. He was not part of that group. So, and I've worked with Comrade Mose before in the past, man of integrity, which I respect. I was on this is all misunderstanding. I was on Super Vibe Steve and I heard Comrade Mose was coming. And I was asking chairman, hey, where's Comrade Mose? Where's Comrade Mose? And then I went privately to Boswell to ask, what is Comrade Mose coming to say? Why people don't want him to come out? And then he told me why. And then that's where I asked him question and he got upset. And he removed from the group. And then he came publicly and we had our little basketballs publicly. So that is what I mean that I don't understand. I don't agree with you because I went to him privately before we even came out publicly.
Oh, okay, now I get. So now, the group that you're talking about, for clarity's sake, Mr. Comrade Mose was not part of the group. Is that same group underground group or a different group entirely?
I don't know how many underground group there are, but I understand there is more than one underground group.
There is more than one underground group. Okay. All right. So, when you were in the group, when you were added to the group? Did you have any reservations about the group?
No. So again, before I even got added to the group, there was a lot of due diligence done on me and me on them. By the time I got added, and this took a long time, by the time I got added, I seen the people that I saw, I had no reservations at all. These are all professionals. These are all people that really care. I don't just join group because you invite me to group. That the mistake that I made was in structure. They invited me, I did not do my due diligence, and I remember the first meeting when I went there and I saw the people there, I was like, no, I cannot work with these people. So, but this particular one, no, I had no reservations because there was a lot of due diligence done before I became part of the group.
But of course, you contributed to the group now. Financially, I mean.
I'm not one to talk about stuff like that. K-Crown.
At least you played a role now. You should be proud of the role you played. Now that this seems
Yes,
so
yes.
confusing.
Again, I will, like I said yesterday, I will not go on any platform and allow people to drag. And they are called UAG, by the way. They have a name. They're not on that G anymore. It's UAG. That's their name now. I
Wait,
will not be
sorry,
any platform and allow anybody to drag them because those people,
sorry,
they
sorry,
don't come out
Blackvevet.
as, hold on, sir. They don't come out to solicit for funds. They don't come and they do their thing gingerly. Super proud of the fact that I was part of that.
All right, Blackvevet. Does that mean they were the one in that Punch publication?
Yes.
Okay, so sorry to say, why did it take long for them to do that publication when the action was actually taking place?
Logistics was the reason why it came out a little later. Logistics.
Oh, all
Well,
right.
how were you able to know this much if you were actually a passive, member of the group?
No, which much, how?
You said logistics, part of the reasons, and at the same time you are not really active based on your previous explanation. So how did you get to know this much when you are just a passive member?
K Crown, 65% passive, 35% active. Don't you think that 35% enough? Do you think that 35 is small? And when I say passive too, that 65%, do you think is when he said I was not active is in terms of speaking up or contributing and doing that. But other stuff, of course, I was so 35% active has a lot of weight, my brother. And even that
All right.
65% passive also has a lot of weight as well.
And when you say you were saying that you're not contributing, now was he talking about financial contribution?
No.
Okay, that means you yourself you played a very important role in the aspect of the finances, right?
K Crown, like I said again, why are you worried about finances? Why are you worried about these people did not come out to ask you for money now. Don't worry about the financial aspect of it.
I'm not asking you about them. I'm asking you, like
No, don't ask me. I'm not one of those people like if I give something with my left hand, my right hand should not know about it. That's who I am.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, are you confirming with that proverb now that actually gives something?
K Crown, let the whole giving slide. Okay. There's more important things than that. Just let it slide. Use wisdom. Apply wisdom to it. You're hammering on that one too much. I'm respecting you and answering your
Okay.
question with all honesty. Accord me the same respect as well.
Yeah, yeah. All right. And thank you very much, Mr. David. Okay, two more questions, and now Nicolas Moses said a lot of things yesterday as regarding how spending was arrested and all of those things. And can you please clarify? You know, can you please clarify how this thing was carried out? Because he said there was a private investigator. Can you confirm if truly there was a private investigator and who was a private investigator? Is it a company or an individual?
I will not answer that question, K Crowd. It's one of those lines that I draw with what to say publicly and what not to say.
Okay,
Mr. Blackvevet, are you there?
That's a question.
Yeah, I just
He has
answered your
answered
question.
you.
I just answered your question, yes.
Take a minute, please. Blackvevet, based on what you said the other time, that you actually suggested to the group that they should try to harmonize with
Are you
other
there?
things. Like,
Question.
K-Crown, hold on now. Wait. So you said you suggested to the group that they should try to work with other team members, like, other individuals like Mr. Yomi, to actually, work together and achieve a very better result. Of which I didn't think it sit well with the group, and okay, they decided to work just themselves. So before you can actually suggest that, it means that you actually have a kind of belief in Mr. Yomi. So, from the look of things now, just as you have been honest so far with your answers, can you rate the performance in comparison between the UAG and Mr. Yomi, which is the under G? Can you rate with what both have done now?
Good question, Kunle. I have insight into what UAG did. I don't have insight into what Yomi has done, but I have seen some of the things he has done. Okay. Right from, so first of all, the fact that he got involved is a very good thing because there was a point in time the momentum and visibility of this case was dying down, you know, and he came in and he gingered it again and gave it a little bit more publicity based on his foundation, but also the fact that he's, as an actor. Okay, so I give him kudos on that. He gingered the spirit again. And then couple that with the legwork that he did, like the protest, the press conference, and all of those things. So, again, I'm not going to pit the two groups together and say this one did 6.5 out of 10, the other one did 5.5 out of 10. I'm not going to do that. They both did a good job. Again, UAG, I have direct insight of what they've been doing and what they're currently doing. Yomi, the insight that I have is what I have seen publicly, not what he's doing behind the scenes. So I would surmise by saying both groups are doing things fantastically, which is why I was proposing to make sure both of them coalesce their efforts together so we can accomplish more. That is my truthful and honest answer, Mr. Kunle.
All right. So that means you actually don't know. You don't want to be numeric.
Okay, Mr.
In,
Blackvevet.
so sorry, K Crown. You don't want to be numeric in the ratings. You just want to give a pass mark to both that they've done well.
Yeah, I cannot give a numeric again. If I was working directly with Yomi and I see everything that he's doing, then I'll be in a position. The last thing Blackvevet does, I will not sugarcoat or bullshit, people. I don't do that. I'm very straight. I'm very honest. Okay. If I had direct insight, one on one, and see exactly what he's doing, then I can say, okay, yes, yes, yes. Okay, he's 7 out of 10, he's 8 out of 10, or whatever. But I cannot do that because I don't have direct insight. But I'm giving a pass mark
Okay.
to both of
Okay,
them.
but Black Velvet, a lot of people would agree that Mr. Yomi have been carrying the public along, of most things he has been doing, and I don't think anybody is actually in the blackout when it comes to his performance lately. So
Yeah, you know
unless
why? You know why? You know why though? Because he's out there soliciting for public funds to help his cause. So he does owe the public a responsibility and a duty to carry them along. UAG does not owe the public anything. If they're coming out to give public information, it's out of their own kindness of heart because they did not raise money from the public. So there's a big contrast, and I want you to really understand that. You know, if I'm coming out and I'm getting money from you to do a job, I owe you that responsibility and that duty to carry you along. But if I'm doing my own thing, I'm not asking you for money, I don't owe you anything. If I give you information, it's out of the kindness of my heart. It's not a responsibility. Big difference there.
all right, thank you. K Crown.
All right, thank you, Mr. Kunle. Mr. Blackvevet, still on the question Mr. Kunle asked. I just want to buttress a little bit on it. When they disagreed on why they wouldn't want to work with Mr. Yomi, can you please tell us some of the valid reasons they give to you so that we also could understand, this is the reasons and that is the reason, and things stuff like that.
Okay, Yami already mentioned that now. Even Bosma, not Bosma, Paparone already mentioned that now. In the past, Yami was doing legwork for them, and they came to a point where he did not want to do legwork again, right? So that is the fundamental issue why they did not decide to work together. And the other thing too is, again, together we can do more than individually. If I'm doing a petition, you are doing a petition, your petition goes stop here. Me, I come carry up, I come follow up your petition from where it stopped. We'll get credit. Not all of us get the credit together now because you started there and you stopped somewhere. Me, I followed up and I took it the other way. But then when people come out, they don't give credit to the other team. This one saying, nah, me do the whole thing. The other one saying, nah, me do the whole thing. So that's where some of the issues lie. Again, the reason why I propose for unification is both of them are doing a fantastic job, but I see a lot of duplication of efforts, which is leading to inefficiencies versus coming together and doing it together. Yomi has connection. They have connection. Yomi has resources. They have resources. Imagine combining those things together. Imagine how far you can go.
Blackvevet, one question for you.
Pra, I don't know if I want
One
to answer
question.
your question, or Pra. I'll be honest with you. I don't know if I want to answer any of your question, but I will indulge you,
Are
sir.
you
Go
afraid
ahead.
of my questions?
No, I'm not afraid of
Why
questions.
don't you want to answer my question?
It's
Why now?
I'm not afraid of questions. It's just there are some people in the justice for Mobad that I have question mark on that I don't even want to waste my time on. So,
Okay,
and
you have question mark on me.
unfortunately, I have question mark on you. But I'll hear your question out, Sha. Go ahead. I know they
Anyways,
hide mouth now. I know they hide
yeah,
mouth.
it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. It's good that you told me. It's good.
Yeah.
Blackvevet.
Yes, sir.
Yomi Fabi, I realize that you've been asking that question. You've been trying to not to really put your weight behind any of them, the UAGs and the Yomi Fabis of this world. But I want to ask you this. Do you think that Yomi Fabi is the decider? I mean, someone who gingered all these underground people to work, because they've been on this movement for the past 2 years. They didn't do anything until when Yomi Fabi came. Now, do you think Yomi Fabi is like a ginger to them? I mean, a wake-up call to them? That's the question.
No. The answer is no.
Do you,
Okay,
you mind to expatiate further? I mean, just no.
Yes.
How are you? Okay, no
Can you
problem.
prove it?
Well, I don't need to expatiate. It's an open end, as a close-ended question, and it's very direct. And I'm not going to. There's no need to expatiate. Yomi is not the one that gingered all of these people to do that because they've been doing this before Yomi came on board. So no, he's not the ginger behind.
can you please, Mr. Blackvevet, please, can you please confirm if there was a presidency call on this case?
I cannot confirm that.
But one of some of your, so let me say, some of the members of the on the ground or United Advocate Group, Mr. Moses said something yesterday that he spoke with the IG of police. Can you please confirm if this was true or not? Because there was no evidence to back it up.
K Crown, I cannot confirm that.
Are you saying that while you were still in the group, you were not privy to this information?
That is not what I am saying. I am saying I cannot confirm what you're asking me.
Of course, if you cannot confirm it, it means that maybe at some point in the group, maybe when at some point in the group you were not being told, or maybe for some reasons they decide not to let you know about the position at that time.
Let me ask you this, K Crown. Of what relevance is that question to you?
Yeah, because we have seen a situation whereby both Yenifabi also comes out to say the presidency has, is involved in the case and said it will persecute and harmonize and persecute and stuff like that, and now we also have on the other hand the underground group, claiming yesterday that they spoke with the Inspector General of Police, the IGP, on two occasions, about this same case. So now we don't know how true that is, on the grand aspect of it, because according to him, he said that there were documents backing up and all of this. So at least when we know that presidency speaks or IDP speaks, it gives it gives the public, some form of relief to say yes, oh, the IT is in the place and they are doing very well on it and stuff like that. If you tell me that the president is involved, I believe you agree with me that there will be sort of relief, from the public. Don't you think so?
No, I don't think so. But let me ask you this, K Crown. You're a journalist, Abby. Why can't you, as part of your contribution to this case, regardless of what we hear from different camps, why can't you, K Crown, as part of your contribution, use your journalistic skills and resources to research and then come out and carry the public along and say, oh, they said this, but based on my findings, it's not the case. Don't you think that will help?
Thank you, Mr. Black Velvet. Part of my research is asking you this question since you are part and parcel of the underground. So if I'm making my research, definitely I'm going to be asking questions, and you are part of my research, Mr. Black Velvet.
No. Okay. I respect that. No, let me offer a thought. K Crown. And this justice for Mobile, 2 years, we have seen different factions, different narratives. Please expand your research outside of social media and TikTok. Okay? Expand your research outside of that because we can be easily fooled. You can come and I can tell you anything I want you to hear. Would you use that as part of your research? No. Do your boots on the ground. We need boots on the ground. You understand?
Now,
Don't do your research on TikTok or social media. Do the proper as a journalist. You know what a journalist is
Blackvevet,
in
who
your
is
process.
bankrolling Kekram? Who is bankrolling him? Who will be
you cannot.
bankrolling him?
Hold on, Pra. Hold on. If K-Crown comes out and say, guys, I want to do independent investigation or findings. I need support. He has not come out and said that. So when you ask me who's bankrolling him,
To
there's
answer
no
your
need to
question,
bankroll. What?
to answer your question,
Yeah.
now you can tell the amount of research or investigation I have made independently. You cannot tell. That I am not coming out to position it the way you have just said doesn't mean that I have not also made my findings and I'm deciding to balance my findings with what you are saying as a member of underground group. Of course, if I'm to make any research on anything, I will have to talk to those who are involved in the case. I can't just speak on someone that is not just a member of the underground group and start asking them questions. You are in the group, you were a passive member, as you have said, and as a passive member, you were still giving information, about it. So whatever thing I do, it still falls under the category of the investigation that I'm doing. Don't you agree with me?
I don't agree with you. I'm saying, I'm going to reiterate it. Don't do your investigation on social media or group. You're asking questions about the presidency. There are channels to be able to do that research to find out if it is true or not. It's not on social media. It's not on people that are part of the group. No, it's not Yomi.
No, no.
Yomi will tell you something. Group will
A
tell you
lot of
something. Do your own your own independent one. Follow the proper channels to get
what I'm
that
saying.
information, Crown.
That you cannot. Now that I ask you a question, that doesn't mean that it is all ending here or it's all starting here. That's why I said you cannot tell. I am a journalist. You cannot tell you cannot tell my modus operandi. Do you understand? So if I decide to ask you a question, I'm asking you because not everybody in the public have information about this. Do you understand? So it is what I've collated from every quarter is what I'm going to come up with as a report.
You've been hearing this presidency thing now for if not months, weeks now. And based on what you're saying, you've probably done your research. Have you come out to tell the public? I'll carry the public along because you're the people that are wanting people to come out publicly and tell the public stuff. Have you come out and told? I have not heard you come out and tell the public, this thing that they are saying, I've done my investigation, it's not true, or it's true. I've not heard you come out and tell that to the public, but it's the same you that is telling everybody, that you come out and tell it to the public. Now you are saying here now, you do not know
Now,
what effort I have done. Come on now.
Mr. Blackvevet, to correct what you have just said, I don't have to make the call for people to come out to tell the public, and I don't have to make the call. They have every reason to come and carry the public along, and that is why Mr. Kunle asked you about that question. Carrying people along, and you see that Mr. Yomi has also carried the public along. So we don't have to give you money or fund you what you're doing before you come and give us, to carry us along. You understand? This is a public.
Have you carried K-Crown? Have you carried the public along in any capacity?
Investigation does not happen in one day. Report does not. We don't report in one day.
Oh shoot, man! You know why I'm laughing? I'm
Why
laughing
is that
because I'm laughing because I'm laughing because we can be very hypocritical sometimes. We expect things from people
Yeah,
that we're not willing to do for people. That is why I'm laughing. Anyway, this is
So
Blackvevet question and answer time. Oh, Papriano, I'm taking over your platform. You will share your money with me. Or I'll be getting share all your gifting with me too. I'm sustaining this platform, but bro, I'm no longer part of any group. So if you have questions for group, now you know who are part of the group. Direct these questions to those group
Yeah,
members. But
Black
Blackvevet.
Velvet.
let me feel,
I mean,
hold on, please. But I would say again, just to recap for people that are joining or people that are in FYP or people that are screen recording, the two teams are doing, or how many teams they are doing a good job.
Can I quickly ask you a question, please?
GoldenSea.com again. No. Golden Sea, my sister, longest time. How are you?
I'm fine,
all
sir.
right, all
Thank
right.
you.
Just before she carry on, I just want to clarify something, please.
Yes.
When we actually come on platforms, a lot of audience are there listening, and a lot of people are most time confused because of the misconception or whatever it is. So, from your statement was that
I cannot hear. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Hold on. Just hold on for me 1 minute. Okay. Hold on.
Mr. Pra,
are you good?
Blackvevet doesn't want to answer my question, but it's all right. I would keep quiet. Yeah, kick around. You can.
still in line of
Yeah,
that.
yeah. He will definitely answer it. Just let him
Ask your
calm down.
question now.
No.
Mr. Kule will
Black
answer
Velvet,
you.
are you there?
Kikran will answer your
Still,
question. So ask.
still in
No, Geka
Mr.
cannot
Pra,
answer my question. Black Velvet, are you there?
still in that.
Yeah, he
He's
Yeah,
in
said
the
kick
call.
he
He's
said
around.
in
it's
the call.
coming.
1
Give
minute.
him
He's
one
in the call.
minute.
1 minute.
Mr. Kunle,
Okay.
he said it's coming.
Mr.
Okay. Yeah. I'm back now.
Mr. Pra.
All right. Thank you very much. So now, based on your submission that you have no regret working with the underground, or let's say the UAG, and they have done so well, and we're waiting for what they have done to actually, materialize so that everybody can see and feel it. Um, so that means, to a large extent, you really appreciate and you accord them for whatever they've done. So, which means you should be ready to actually vouch and say, okay, yes, these people have, they have done well, they have done this, they have done that. Sorry, can you mute? Please? Okay, so now, Kekan asked, series of questions, which I understand that sometimes you just want to be mute and not. But if that is what you are doing, then that means you are not really confident or sure of the underground. Because if I work with the underground and I'm very sure that what they have done is 100%, I'll beat my chest anywhere I am, everywhere I go to, and tell them that yes, I can tell you that these people have done so well, and whatever it is, yes, although I'm not part of them anymore, but then we have done this and it's excellent. So it's not like you are comparing them with any other group or persons or individuals. It's just you trying to testify to their achievements, the results that you can even see, because you are an insider now. It's not like you are in the pub. You now being an insider, you should, in a way or in a large extent, be able to give a kind of rating that would justify to see that yes, their effort is what the people think it is. So now he was asking about the presidency. Everybody knows that the presidency has been a major point of discussion ever since it has been mentioned. Until date, it has not still it is still overweighing. And a lot of people have actually claimed that whatever the underground have claimed to have done, it is actually the work of the presidency. So you, as an insider, if you claim that the underground really have done that, then that means you are saying that there is no presidency. That's a question mark.
Kunle, I appreciate the question, but most importantly, the spirit of the question. I have said it here, and I'll repeat it again. I am very proud of the work that the UAG have done. Although I was partially passive and partially active, but from what I know, they've done excellently well, and I'm proud of what they've done. I don't regret being part of that group. Even though I'm no longer part of the group, I still stand by them, and I appreciate what they have done. Okay. The last thing that I will want is for people to mince my words or put word, or sometimes I will say something and you hear it differently. Okay. The whole presidency thing, I've said I cannot confirm, and I stand by that. And also, most importantly, it is not my place. I'll also practice what I preach. It is not my place to come out here and say things that is not supposed to be out yet publicly. Yomi has said something about the presidency. We've heard different things about the presidency. It is up to us to verify if that information is true. That is why I'm going back to my good friend, K. Crown, the journalist, to help us. When I say us, I'm talking about the public at large, to help us research and investigate truly, 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 to ensure there's presidency involved. So again, Kunle, I am proud of the work that Yomi is doing. I'm proud of the work that the UAG is doing. And please don't get me wrong. What I am preaching is for us to unite resources and efforts so we can go far in this case. Are you?
Mr. Blackvevet, thank you.
Hold on, K-Crown. Let's
Thank you so
Golden
much.
Seal. Wait, let
Okay,
Golden Seal talk real quick. Sorry, hold on. You've been talking. Hold on. Golden Seal.
okay.
Go ahead, please.
No problem. Go to see.
Yeah, thank you. You said something. You said you are proud of what they are doing, the good job that they have been doing or they've done that is not revealed to we, the public. Please, can you kindly tell us some of those things that they've done that you said you are so proud of? Please, sir, can you tell us some?
Golden Seal.
Before I ask my second
You
question.
you actually just answered your own question already. You already answered that question. There's a lot. Did you listen to Komemosi yesterday and the things he talked about?
No, I did not.
Okay,
I wasn't on that.
I would direct you. I think Paparano has the recording. I would direct you to look, because I cannot do justice to what he said. Okay.
Okay.
I will direct you to listen to that recording, and if you have additional questions or more, we can talk more, maybe direct you to the proper channel, okay, on that one. And I want to respect you as well, too, on that, okay? There are some things that he mentioned that was good for public, and there were some things that he withheld himself back from saying because, again, like I said, it's not, in civilized countries, it's not every time you come out and tell the public what you're working on. Some things is good to be kept to chest until the appropriate time is right. And before I used to say, hey, carry public along. And we did that. And guess what? We jeopardized some of the efforts that we made because of that. So I will practice what I preach. There is a line to be drawn on what should be said publicly versus what should be kept to chest. But I'll direct you to that recording because Mose shared a lot of good information there.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And you said you're looking for the right time. Why does it take so long for the group to now start coming out to tell us, like what you said, I should go and watch that video, shall we do that? Why does it take so long to come out?
Good question. Very good question, Golden Seal. And if you go listen to that audio or the recording yesterday, you will notice that Comrade Bose, they were trying to prevent him from coming out. But he decided that enough was enough. It's time to come out. He decided to come out and share. If it was up to a lot of people, he would not have come out and said anything. Because again, I prefer people to work silently and show working versus coming out and do small thing and take credit. You know, understand? He did not want to come out. No, he wanted to come out, but people were telling him not to. But he defied that. He defied that and still came out. Part of the reason why he came out was because there's a lot of narratives out there, and he wanted to clear the air, okay, and set the record straight. That is why he came out. And in my opinion, he went a little further than I was hoping he would go. But he still showed restraint. It was a very, very good submission, I'll be honest with you. Very good. Give credit where credit was due. But also set the record straight as well. Because there's a lot of narrative going out. So to answer your question in plain English, there's a lot of false narrative going out there. And he wanted to come out and set the record straight. That is why he came out.
Okay, thank you. My last question, but not the least. If you read what Papariano puts on the platform, it said the under G versus Yomi. Okay, between the under G and Yomi, who do you prefer now? Is it the under G or Yomi? That was my last question.
Beautiful question. I beg clap for Golden Seal, my sister. That is why I'm here on this platform. That is why I'm here today. It's not either or. It's not a versus. That is why I've been here, to make sure that people understand it's not one over the other. We cannot pick and choose sides. That is the problem we have had so far in over 2 years, is we're picking sides. We're picking sides. The answer is both. It's not just one over the other. And that's why I'm here, is this one versus this. No. No. We have done this one versus this one for 2 years. Where have we gone? Well, how far have we gotten so far? It's high time we come back and realize the reason why we came to this justice from the back. I'm not picking one over the other. I am respecting both sides, and I think there's an opportunity for both sides to put their differences aside. Whatever happened in the past has happened. You cannot go back and change the past. You cannot go back and change the past. You cannot have too much anxiety about the future. All you have is the present.
And the family don't want justice. And they are covering up so badly. And on top of that, they are working with some certain people to make sure that the justice doesn't come. And they have messed up with the body of Mohbad, one. They've messed up with the CCTV footage. They've destroyed every available evidence to the best of their knowledge that they are aware of. And there seems to be an oath. They don't want to speak. No matter how you push them, they will not speak. If they don't speak and police don't have enough evidence, how do you get justice? Then police have to keep doing extra. Police have to be pushed. Yes, some certain people were initially involved, but to the best of my knowledge, some of them are removing their hands. Yes, because they all understand where it's going, and they are seeing the danger on it, and in their calculation, the most dangerous person for them is Yomi Fabi. That's why you see them. The same when you see that group, the group chat of Yabojo, there they will decide who to go and attack. So you understand? They will be spreading narrative. They will tell themselves, "Go on, we are good out for this person. Let us weak this person. Let us smash and finish him." So if you see Yabojo, who has fought with Yomi before, if you see her not answering and just doing her thing underground, it's because don't think that they're not doing so much. They are foiling a lot of things. You understand? I come to know all those things, and I begin to ask myself a question. Like, why are people just simply focused on money being raised to Yomi Fabi? When you look at this money, it's chicken change, if we want to be frank. And when you look at the awareness it's bringing into the case, right? If we want to be sincere, he worked out for his name. If it was your brother, if it was your person, would you say that it should not benefit? I mean, it should not be appreciated for his sacrifices that at least we can tell of. I don't think nobody will say so. Or I don't know, Blackvevet, how much would cost you to sleep and protest the street of Abuja for 3 days? How much would you demand to protest, to sleep and protest there for 3 good days? Hmm?
What is the exchange rate in Nigeria to pounds or dollar right now?
Let's say 1.7.
Black market, Abi? 1.7. Black
Yeah,
market.
so how much will it cost you?
Is it just me, or do I mobilize people with me?
No, just you alone first.
Just
We'll
me.
talk about harmonization and mobilization.
Just me. Man, I'm expensive. At least 20 million.
Oh, okay. Now, Yomi didn't even get half of that. Just to start with. Okay. Yomi is looking for justice. And justice is not cheap. You all know how it is. There's a saying, they say when you go visit police, you pay. If police come visit you, you drop. You know how these men are now. If this police can sit down on the road and be collecting 100 naira, as small as 100 naira is, 500 naira. Talk less of you going to their office and they see you fresh, and they know that you want something, and there's corruption. I'm just sorry.
And therein lies the problem, Papariano. And we cannot continue to just enable them. If we really want to change the trajectory of the country,
Mhm.
we have to do things differently. We cannot just continue to enable them
And
and
I
say,
think
okay, this is how it's done.
that's where the problem comes now. Let's look at it this way, and that's where I become political, and this is my view. I may be wrong, but just look at my analogy. I believe that the best and only time Nigerians should address systemic problems is during election. Let the Yorubas suffer, let the Hausas, let the Igbo, let every Nigerian suffer from voting for a bad government. When that government is in office, I am sorry. I am just sorry. Everything will be messed up and be manipulated. When they are in the office, it's the wrong time for you to say you want to mobilize and remove them. Why? You can never impeach them. Just know that. In fact, the whole half of the nation may die. They can do things that nobody want to make those sacrifices, right? So we've heard of, look at Erasmus. He died in prison, right? Look at this guy, this Olatunji in Kwara State. That guy then, the police, arrested because of 200K. He died the next day. We all understand the brutality, the error in the system already. So saying that right now we want to focus on police reform, how much and how far are we ready to do that? Do we have what it takes to go that route? Those are the different challenges. Look at when this case started. We all protested, we cried, we did everything. At the end of the day, everyone would expect this government, after all the big protests, then we won. Okay? Upon the fact that we won, they played us, they corrupt us, they divided us, and they got their ways. So it's not about you being one. It's about this government you are in. If you are in an unjust and a corrupt system, it is just not that straightforward and easy to say you want things to be done the right way and have it the right way. Sorry, it's going to go the way of the government. So 2027 election, anybody who knows they have suffered from a certain government or administration, you should make a wise and better choice. That is why election is one way for you to show your displeasure, or for you to show, for you to do your civic duty, and for you to echo your voice behind transparency, behind accountability, behind responsibility, and behind integrity. Right? Like, when I put everything together, I'll tell myself, right, sometimes it's difficult to fight for people. It's difficult. Look at the guy very dark man fight for the other time, that against that man working in the House of Assembly. See how he turned against him. Look at this woman, these Dangote victims. You see how he turned against him. The same thing it's becoming in this J4M. When the family themselves are greedy, are self-centered, even if you were together before, trying to get justice, assisting this family, because this family don't believe, they themselves are corrupt, it will be difficult to work with a corrupt mind to get justice. The different result of people you see having disagreement coming today, some is as a result of bad market. When you go to market and they don't buy your market, and you bring a lot of good stuff, you present it and people don't buy it. It's called bad market. Your day will not be happy. You will leave market and you will go frowning your faces. So, getting justice for Mohbad is supposed to be a government thing. We're supposed to make just less noise by informing the police, and after that, we back off and the needful gets done. Now, all these different ideas for people to unite, come together, one family, all of these things will only cause domination, because in every group there must be a leader. And some people will disagree with the leader, some people will agree. Okay, now in this J4M, there are people who want it to be only about themselves and no one else. And when you are mixing with people like that, in the long run, believe me, you're going to begin to see everyone's true color. And that is just what we are experiencing, that we are going through. Just take a look at Muyiwa. What secret of Aloba does this man have in his hand that they are making him an administrator of Mohbad property? Tell me, is Muyiwa and Aloba? No. Okay? So, Aloba himself betrayed Mohbad. Based on what I know today. Well, Mohbad. Well, Mohbad. Those of us about Mohbad. Baba is on the run. Baba Mohbad is on the run. Baba has been invited 3 good times. So many different excuses. At first, he said, what was that thing again? He was somewhere in Ekiti. Later on, he said he had a program in Ibadan or wherever. He kept giving them different excuses. If you're seeing being declared wanted anytime soon, just know that he's got many opportunities. Before you guys will start saying, they never invited him. Now, they will be inviting him, he will be playing games. When they were inviting spending, nobody was there. Nobody said, then he will be bragging. When they mobilize, now they can't be him. Now they say something, you're not be human rights activists. Human rights what? You're against human abuse. Make I hear what? So you get the most interesting one so far right now. What Wumi has been, Wumi has written statements. She was asked some things on Friday. What I was told was that she was detained. She was detained on Friday. and then she's still there in Abuja. That's what I was told. But what different people are saying are different, right? But I know that there was three petition that was being served. Three petition. One, it concerns what happened in the morgue. And another two, all the things she's been saying, her interviews. And based on Mohbad body condition, they have the CCTV footage. Sorry, they have the CCTV footage of the Kuramate and the rest care, and they have the video of Mohbad and pictures when he was taken to the morgue. There is an allegation of chemical being poured on Mohbad to destroy every evidence in Mohbad's body. So I think that particular case is a very serious one. That case happened during the autopsy time when we were all crying about dry embalmment. I don't know whether any of you remember. Dry embalmment. If any of you remember during that time. So
I remember. I was against it.
Exactly. Later on, allegedly, they said there's a man in the morgue that was paid about 20 million naira. So when Guresi and others were saying that, mobile body is smooth, this and that, there's no injury, like some people they've tampered with the body. So, and even that's why when this particular lawyer went, he said he smelled organophosphate poison on Mohbad body. So just take a look at all those things together. And when we were here, we are crying out that, hey, we want a transparent autopsy. But Mohbad failed. And they are not comparing Mohbad with Yomi. Imagine it was Yomi Fabi that we gave the mandate to go do autopsy. Tell me that this is how you will treat it. You see, one thing they cannot say is to say Yomi is anti-justice. At least, thank God they can't say that one. Because they know it's so obvious. The only thing they can say is what the enemies are preaching. And as I'm talking to you, there is another group. Before this Iyabo Ojo nonsense group, I told you guys before, I said, when I look at those people coming to my platform, I said there seems to be a collective, well-organized group of obstructors or of anti-justice people. And at the end of the day, when this stupid Iyabo group came out, like, I was vindicated. I said, I told you guys. And as I'm speaking to you right now, there's a group similarly to the previous one, that there are some selected people there, and they all agree on the agenda. Let's go and spoil Yomi Fabi's name. They are the one pushing the agenda, and some people here who are our own, they adopted that, they weaponize it. That isn't to fight Yomi. They are fighting the fight of those groups. She understand. So they are doing so well. If you see even women lawyer too is there. If you see women lawyer coming out and dragging Yomi Fabi, you should understand that a lawyer already behaving like a cultist. I mean, if you guys are claiming it was not Yomi, okay, why are you guys dragging Yomi? You understand what I'm saying? On this other side, we have people who are making their own competition. Comrade Moses, I don't want to, like, whatever effort you guys are putting, I don't want to water it down. I just say God is watching. Understand? Yomi was in Abuja protesting for 3 good days. Up there. None of you ever came out. Even video never came out. None of you ever came out to try to wanting to, even if it's water or try to support them. You all live in Abuja there. You are there. Okay? And then you come and tell us what kind of justice you are seeking for. And you are weaponizing each other, fighting each other. I mean, why? All I think is this, there's just jealousy that is getting front, is getting support, getting front, and they are not getting front. So that's just jealousy. And not that they are not getting, believe me, they are also getting front because there are some special people who are sponsoring what they are doing. By themselves, they will never spend their own money. So people are sponsoring them and, spending that money. So, and they are just jealous. It's just jealousy. And when you check even the money, how much is it? Peanuts. And they just start showing their true character. So, like, when you put everything together, you will not understand. And that's why someone like me, I am in Nigeria, but why am I not shaking? Last time, there's something they did that is not too far from where I live. I could have said I want to show, but looking at how toxic people are in this case, only on the way they are online alone, tell me how they're gonna be when they know have your information and they know you and they're gonna be too busy with your life. They are not independent by the way they live. And me, who have trained myself, go through different disciplines, I will now come here and now messed up everything I've been through just because I am in Judge Mumbat and some few people are here shouting justice. It doesn't, no. It doesn't work like that for me. My brain accompanies me through everything I do. And I bless God. I bless God from the kind of the background I come from, Christian society, and also another very disciplined, another very disciplined contingent, which I'm very proud of. I'm happy, and I've been through some areas in this case. Last time you guys saw me in Ikeja Police Command, I didn't just go there. I was with somebody that day, just didn't want to show the person. But not somebody in justice from Mubad. It's just, just like people who are in the system. So it's a different story we hear from the police station. The one that come on social media is a different story. Maybe sometimes half of the time. People are using Mubad case to try to push different narratives. And that is why the case is not ended. Like after 1 week, after 2 days, something will just come. Like Baba Mubad now on one side, he's using J4M to try to enrich himself. And by every means, they are seeing that they are trying to make sure that the case doesn't end. Now, if you all recall, last time they posted on what they call it, they posted on Punch. They said Sanshitu has petitioned the DPP. Is that not what they said? He has petitioned the DPP. At the end of the day, where is they said they gave him 14 days. Man, what is happening? What has happened? Mr. Mario, what's up? What's going on? Why are you not speaking? Mr. Mario.
Papayano, me, I have one question that I've been thinking about over the last, I would say, week or so. This video, he say he wanted for Yabojo to come back. When the Yabojo come back, you will arrest him.
VDM no want justice, I beg. VDM doesn't want justice. Leave that guy. That guy is just that guy is mixing business with everything. They say the guy now also beg. May you leave that guy. You don't try and best. It's not everything. It's not God.
Okay.
Because
me, I know that he was coming to
come out and be telling us. What he shaking. He's selling phone. If I want to even buy one phone
from VDM, you buy from VDM.
He's selling phone now. I want to patronize him now. Just to patronize him.
This justice for about what you will not see. I want to go back to what I want to go back to one thing you said about election, a low political. So see, the problem is with election coming up. Just like I used Justice Mobile as an example. We're too easily brainwashed. We're too easily. They know how to appeal to where it hurts us the most. Emotion, appeal to the emotion, you get them. When it comes to election, because of poverty, because of high inflation rate, because of malnutrition, they will come. They will give you a bag of rice, 5K, 10K, 15K. Guess what? People will still go and vote. And it's not only just the voting, it's the rigging of the election. They will use touts, they will use cultists, they will steal ballot box, And this is why I was so hopeful about this Justice Mobile, where we have an opportunity to sanitize the country, where the youths can take over. For example, the whole wicked thing and that soldier. it give me a little bit of hope. I mean, there's two different schools of thought. Some people say, hey, respect your but that guy he stood up and is empowering. Like God is giving us opportunities, putting things in front of us where the youths can just step up, and change the trajectory of this country. But not everybody has that foresight.
Yeah, me, I don't support that soldier. I don't support it.
I know you will not support the
No,
soldier. We all have.
Wiki is not the best man in terms of character, but that soldier man. How can you be taking order from a retired soldier, from a retired, officer?
The corruption.
A civilian government that has mandate. To show that man, Wiki is a governor. It's like the governor. Is the FCT minister, which is equivalent to Abuja's governor.
Abuja's governor, yes.
So, your governor of a state is telling you like that they should not make development because there was no legal document on the place. And one man, just because he's a retired soldier, is commanding. Why did you fight in court?
It's a corruption.
Then if it's corruption, then let them vote for the right president. Are they not the one that military?
Now you're coming to where I'm trying to go.
When it's bouncing back on them, when they are feeling it, when it's bouncing back on them, then they begin to show them.
And
do you know how many common man's land that was seized, that has been hijacked? Common people know. But now they take their own in the best. You never see nothing.
Imagine the last election, everybody was like, oh, Tinubu, savior. Now, look at where we are now. Let me ask you, I've meant to ask you this question. What is your take on Donald Trump coming into Nigeria? What is your honest take on that one?
Donald Trump does not have any business in Nigeria. That's point number one. No matter what is happening in Nigeria, Nigerian people should give ourselves brain. We should put ourselves together and fix our problem. Nobody can ever help us solve our problem the way we want it. We are the only one that can solve our problems. Every country in the world that became great today, they had to go through revolution by the internal people, and they make revolution and they change their country. Any military intervention from a foreign country, it has never yielded a good result. It happened in Afghanistan, it ruined them. It happened in Iraq, it ruined them. It happened in Libya, it ruined them. Sudan, Somalia, everywhere you can keep naming them. Military intervention from a foreign entity is never a solution. They will cost your country into inflation. I mean, so many things. People with refugee crowds running left and right. People are still managing, but then they will become worse than ever. And they will not fix it. When they leave, they will put a puppet that will be there for minutes.
Wait. They never leave. They don't leave. When they invade your country, they will say they are leaving, but they are not leaving. They will leave some remnants behind. Okay. Now, let me ask you this. Do you think at this point now in Nigeria, we have the capacity internally to wage a civil war and a revolution?
Let me make something clear to you. No foreign country has what it takes. It is not done. No foreign country will just invade Nigeria. Donald Trump will not do that. America will never do that. What they are doing, they are trying to pressure Nigerian government. They will sanction Nigerian government and they will force Nigerian government to its knees. That one they can do it. But to say that there will be military presence, that will never, I can bet you, it will never ever happen in the next 20 years. It cannot happen.
I bet to differ, Shao, a little bit. I bet to differ on that.
Where do they want to place their base? In Cameroon? Never. In Niger? Never. Yeah. Tell me, they want to see in America down here.
What if I tell you right now that they're already strategically positioned already?
No foreign troops have a military base in Nigeria, as far as I'm concerned. There is no such. That's one thing at least you're part of Nigeria. No foreign troop has fast base in Nigeria. You know, I did all this politics thing before. I had to leave it now. Me and all this, what they call all this Pan-Africanist guy, we used to have issues. I did all these things. I have to leave it. Then I used to do a lot of research, economic,
socio-economic and all those things, international relation. I used to do all
Yeah.
those things.
I'm not going to split heads on that one. But my question is, do you think internally, Nigeria, we have what it takes internally to wage a revolution that, in my opinion, is very much overdue and needed?
The Nigerian people, we have everything it takes. We are fearless. We are bold. We have everything it takes to have a revolution started. But now, there's a lot of differences and disagreement between the Nigerian people. So, like that one, that's a dividing factor. Religion is a factor, a very big factor. When the West is ready, the North is never ready. The North is ready on their own. East is ready on their own terms. So we can, all of us, we hardly be ready. But I think one thing that will just happen, there may be political mistake. A political mistake is whereby, like, the politician miscalculates and they make a certain decision, and that just or maybe incite the public, that just incite the public or with them, like what happened I think in Bangladesh or Nepal. It's in Bangladesh.
Nepal.
Yes, you see how they all came out, they sprang out, and people died. I think even their vice president wife died or was injured. You see how they took over their country. That was a political mistake. Like they just wake up because they were fed of oppressing the people. They just say they don't want social media again. And people are walking through those apps. Imagine the same devil that is pushing these people will push them to ban TikTok or ban some app one day in Nigeria, and you will see the reactions. So political mistakes can unite everybody. So we can look at NSAS. It united people together. So those are things those are moments that are established, that are historic. Only through historic moment like that you pray for. But just saying that you want to come and convince every Nigerian like what Shiwore is doing.
One more question for you on the politics, and we can get back on G4. One more question. Some of us we've been old enough where we've been alive to see more military regimes than civilian regimes. Okay. Do you think in our lifetime, the remaining lifetime that we have, do you think there's any chance we might go back to a military regime?
Yeah, you see,
Tell me more.
Something you have to understand, right? Military regime in Africa is not predictable because African. Are you there? I want to be sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Military regime can take over anywhere in Africa. Most African, maybe South Africa, is beginning to go past that stage. Politically, they're a little bit more stabilized. Yeah. But in majority African country, military regime can always take over this country because of political differences. Like, for example, next coming election, one candidate may decide to win now, and before you know, they will just topple the government. Even this particular Tinubu government, they've attempted it to try to topple it. So they have for that plan. There's a plan B. So yes, anything can happen. It's not predictable. Anything can happen.
All right, one last question for you, Paparano. One thing I like about you is, unlike other people, when I ask them a question, they get offended and get mad. They say, Blackvevet, you ask too many questions.
I'm a teacher now. I'm a teacher, first of all. So I care about having, just like when I used to teach them. I like to make sure that my students are the best. I like to make sure anybody on my platform, my group, I like to make them be the best they can be. Advise them, give them everything it takes, research because of them, to come and give them more light. So you can expect me to.
Yeah. So one thing I think you've grown a lot in the last 2 years that I've gotten exposed to you on this
Man, I had to explore law now. I told you I took some law courses and I read. People are insulting me because I went to take law courses. I took law courses to improve myself. I didn't say I'm a lawyer.
It's not just It's
open
not
my
just your
mind.
knowledge. It's not just your
Exactly.
knowledge alone. It's your emotional intelligence and
No, no,
maturity.
no, no, no. The emotional intelligence. I think that one come as a result of probably knowing, facing the reality, knowing more. You know, when a child is still depending on the parents, you know, like you tend to be more relaxed, whatever. But later on, when you're now facing it all, when you are confronting that fear, the fear of independence,
You grow
when you are
faster.
confronting exactly, you'll be more. In the beginning, we worked with so many group of people. We thought they meant well, but disappointment came, and we now see the true colors of a lot of people. I mean,
Right,
this kind of
right.
make you feel like, okay, like you're just gonna keep doing what you are doing, and then you will watch what happens. You
And that's
see.
one thing I've seen you evolve on that exactly. And the question that I have for you is, lately you're coming out with some things which makes me understand that you have some, for lack of better word, inside
Mr.
information that the
Blackvevet,
layman.
I am not. I don't want to say too much. I'm not far from Yaba Military Hospital here, so you get so
Papariano, is I get you. But
how much is the money that you will pay before the, you see? Look at you.
Papariano,
Everything is just controlled by money. With small amount of money today, you go and see anybody. You go enter that
yes,
mall,
now,
go and check, go and see what he
yes,
wants.
now.
Okay, come back.
Yes, so for lack of better term, you have inside information a little bit that a layman on this Joseph Obad have. Based on what you know today, Papariano, do you think we will get this justice? And by justice, here's my definition of justice: so that the people that were responsible for his demise will be held accountable to book and will face the prosecution of the law. Papariano, based on what you know today about everything, 2 years plus later, do you think we will get this justice that I defined to you?
You know, the thing is this, right? Um, they are currently trying to see how they can have some people punished for smaller crimes. You understand? Without focusing on the real case murder, because that one will affect some certain people. There are some people involved in Mobat's death that are trying so hard, doing everything possible to see that the truth doesn't come out. And the reason why it's like that is because they have done everything, paid a lot of money to destroy evidences. Any kind of evidences, they have destroyed it to the best of their knowledge. So, and they are willing to fight anybody who even have an evidence. So, yeah, there are people who are impeding the justice and saying that, you know, based on what I know, I think justice will come. I'll only be positive. Okay, it will not be right for anybody who is coming here every day to tell you that justice will not come. No, but all I know is that there are slim chances. There are very slim chances to get justice, and those slim chances, it has to be explored by genuine people, people who are genuine and who truly believe in justice for Mohbad. They go through that tiny part, believe me, everything is possible.
Last question, and now I'll mute and let other people talk. TSL can talk. I know some people are sleepy. Papayano, obviously, you've seen now over 2 years, there's people that we thought were through justice seeker, they end up being moles. And right now, what on the street is very difficult to identify who's who and how do you separate the wheat from the chaff. In your opinion, Papayano, how do we safeguard the public and protect their mental health, number one, and number two, how do you identify the moles among us?
First, number one, the way me have been trying to protect people's mental health is to see that I don't allow people to come and use contribution to take advantage of them by reviewing every project. If there comes a project right now, let's say like when the Barrister Michael stuff came, when Susie and Co presented, they wanted to present a lawyer. I said, come, if your lawyer is not going to be for corruption, whatever, no problem. I mean, we all welcome him, but we must do the due diligence, the needful. Lawyer, try to petition. Let's see what your beliefs are. Let's know through your petition where you stand, where you stand. But all of these things were not done, and we keep seeing people playing games, whatever. And then we feel like, hey, These people, they are up to something. So what we should do, whether Yomi Fabi, whether anybody, whenever they bring projects, we should review those projects and ask genuine questions without missing word, without shyness or whatever, to ensure that at the end of the day, people don't get disappointed and messed up. Yes, that is on the side of like public settlement or public closure. Yes. So the second question was, what was that again?
How do we identify the moles within?
Okay, yeah. How do we identify the moles? You know,
Most are very difficult to identify.
they are very difficult to identify, but the thing is this, right? Moles. So how do we identify moles? Moles, the reason why they are moles is because they pretend. Pretenders are always difficult unless God exposes them. All I will say is this, I just think we should just keep reviewing what everyone is saying. Review their project, review their plan. When they say, don't just kick to believing. Doubt it, check it, see that it worth it, and then you can go, you're good to go. But if you just believe them, respect them without checking what they are doing, their plans, their project, sorry. Because they are pretenders. They are deceivers and pretenders.
Okay, let me follow up with that. I'm gonna give 2 or 3 names. I want to get your thoughts. Sammy Jojo,
Right.
what do you think about Sammy Jojo?
One,
Let's start with that one first.
Sammy Jojo is an errand boy. Errand boy means it's a double face. It's in for anything.
ISB da.
Exactly, highest bidder.
Mm.
Who again?
Sammy Jojo highest bidder. So he came from Black Widow Calm. He said he has repented. We brought him close to
He used to
us,
be
and
called. He used
then
to be called Wendy Gold.
Wendigo. Yes. You remember? Yeah. You don't do this thing now.
It's the one that
Okay.
was threatening that they would kill me now. Sam Jojo. Then
Yeah.
when he first got me,
I remember.
yes,
I remember. I
they were
remember. I
threatening me with
remember.
all sorts of things. I said, look at this useless, but we used
I
to fight.
remember Wendigo.
Yes.
Yeah. I remember. I remember all of that. Okay. Rotex Sam.
Rotesan, to the best of my knowledge, is just full of emotion, carried away. I don't seem like somebody. He's not here for your money. He's not here for obstruct justice. I just think that he's too emotional, and when a man gets too emotional, they fall victim easily. He's too emotional, and that emotion is taking over him. Exactly. I'm gonna tell you what it is. Rotterdam is not an anti-justice, not a social justice, but when it comes to maybe I don't know, I've not been following him around. People are saying I'm wrong. Come and
Bro,
correct me.
I would tell you right now, Paparano, with all due respect, because I value you
Yeah.
a lot. Don't be so quick to jump and defend people based on your own
It's what I used to
understanding
know
of
about him
them.
when he was on my platform. I don't know about now.
Yes. Don't be so quick to jump on people because people have changed. A lot of people, again, every man has a price. A lot of people can be compromised easily. Highest be that things. You understand? The third name you've already, I think 2 days ago I was on your platform. You mentioned no Supreme Iron Lady, your former girlfriend, your love-hate relationship with her. What is your feelings on her?
Feelings for who?
Supreme Iron Lady,
Oh,
your
so
former girlfriend, the one that you have love-hate
I
relationship.
already do a little bit. You see, she too as well. She's not an anti-justice, no, obstructor of justice. I just believe that she's too probably. Let me say she's just too full of herself, or maybe I would just say like things didn't go her way, and she's disappointed that things didn't go her way. Yeah, so that's what I
Yeah, I
can
love
see.
Supreme Iron
She
Lady.
likes to make things go her way, and when it doesn't go her way, the frustration it leads to anything.
And My only concern is the people you surround yourself with. Mm?
Me? You mean me?
Not you. I'm just talking about these people. These names I gave you. The names I gave you is the company you keep. A wise man once told me, "Show me your friend, and I'll tell you who you are. If you show me your top five friend, I can tell you what you're gonna be." You understand?
Exactly. Exactly.
Some people might have good intention individually, but the company they keep. Even Bible says the Bible. What does it say? I forget the chapter in the Bible. Bad company corrupt good moral. Things around along those lines. You understand? So my biggest challenge in J4M is some most are easy to identify, but it's the ones that are crafty, the ones that come in and pretend and get close to you and know you're sick and then go back, and then those are the ones that are hard to identify. And that's the biggest issue I see in this J4M is, we've exposed ourselves to people, and those people have used us, get information and go back and use that to sabotage. So I appreciate you. You continue to use your wisdom. You've been a unifier from what I've seen with Olori B and Yomi Fabi. Extend that hand of fellowship, extend that olive tree to the underground people too as well, because they're also doing a good job. Try to harmonize everybody to the best of their
And
ability. You have a
I've told them
gift.
to be updating public, but you see, they are not composed. They are trying to technically fight me too because I'm defending what is right. And
Of course.
as you see, let me tell you something, right? Let's say when I question the things Yomi is doing, like I drag Yomi will come and explain himself. Okay.
Mm,
But when I doubt what they are doing, they will go and look for another platform as if we are fighting. Do you understand? And when those things that they are saying, if it were here, I would ask questions to be convincing, but I cannot see them to ask questions. Should I leave my platform
mm.
that I've been here before all of this host and be going and be chasing them all around? No. If they really want publication, we are here, we are fine, we are good to go. No, but they want something else. They're gonna get it. It's simple.
There's a reason they're called under G. They want to stay under G and be
No,
anonymous
no. But why are
until.
they coming up on platform? If they want to stay on the G, let them stay on the G. They should never come
Mm.
up and come to the open. When you come to the open, it's because you're so confident. Anyway, guys, please let me
Wait,
sleep a little bit.
you did a good job. Let me go. Let me go
Yes.
knock. I have to go knock.
Enjoy,
Do some
enjoy.
knocking. No
Everybody,
camera.
see,
I have to go.
please, guys. Thank you very much for coming. I love you, guys. Make sure you follow my account. Love you so much, everybody. Thank you so much. God bless you. See you guys again. I love you. Bye.